What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, January 26th, 2026. Wow, I almost got that confused, man. January 26th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of the occupation. I got a very special guest is on with me today, and she is a social media manager. Her name is Gianella Gomez, and we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into media. We're going to talk about some of the things that she does with social media. She's under her own media management, which is GMGD, and we're going to get to know her as well. So without any further ado, I introduce you, the lovely, talented, and the beautiful Gianella. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And once again, you look absolutely lovely tonight. Coming from Puerto Rico, right? Is it Puerto Rico that you in?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. And I do have a Puerto Rico question for you as we go on in our conversations for sure, because I'm intrigued. It's one of the places I definitely want to go. There's no question about that. I have never been there, so I definitely want to go there at some point. But my first question to you is the same as it always is with everybody here that joins the podcast, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for wanting to be in a media space?
Well, that's a good question. I've always been interested in social media. I've always been very into it. If it's like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter when it was trending.
Right.
As in my why, specifically in sports. I was always interested in sports. I do
Mm.
not play sports. I wish I did. But
Mm.
I've been always very intrigued, and I think I think it's beautiful how people can connect in sports. You know,
Hmm.
you can have any type of background and you can be anybody, and it's such a good way to like be part of something bigger in a community. So, and as in my why, well, I actually have a little brother that he plays water polo, and here in Puerto
Okay.
Rico, water polo is very niche. We don't get a lot of views, and it's a very small community. And so it's
Right.
very hard when you want to step into the US to have that exposure of being seen and known, because we're such a small island and we're such few players. And it all started because we wanted to like kind of create an image for him on social media.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, why don't I try it? And that's how it all started.
Wow. Okay. Now, were there any kind of other occupations, maybe, obviously growing up that you was like, you know what, I want to try that before you got intrigued by social media? Or did you always know or feel in your heart that, listen, I want to do some kind of social media. I want to be either behind the scenes, in front of the camera, or something like that?
Well, I've always run like ever since I got into the platforms, I always ran like different accounts. I had like the
Okay.
Tumblr phase and I
Hmm.
had like a fashion blog and I've
Hmm.
done a little bit of everything. So I think I really like to connect with people online. I think it's such a good way for you to network and kind of expand yourself, especially like when you're here, you want to, get yourself out there a little more. I was very shy when I was little. So
Wow.
I think
Okay.
it kind of helped me, having like a community online when I started doing it. And then I had a community on Twitter. And I think it just kind of developed until, what I am now. And I love it. It feels like a hobby rather than a job.
Right. It kind of broke you out of your shell a little bit, right? You saying
Yeah.
that you were a little bit shy and you coming out and about. Is there a particular social media that you favor more than the other one? Like me, I'm a huge Instagram person. Love photos, love Instagram, love showing people what I'm doing, places I'm going, things I'm covering. That's just me. That's what I love to do. Is there a social media one that you favor more than the others?
Instagram. I love
Okay.
Instagram. I
Hmm.
think I love how the algorithm works, and I love, because it's TikTok is a little bit more complicated, and I know that it's like trending now and booming, but
Right.
I've also had my Instagram for a really long time. So I think I already have like, my feed and my algorithm and the people that I want to share things with. So I just love sharing everything in a way.
I love that. And if anybody follows you, girl, your Instagram is fly. There's no question about that. You are doing your thing. And I love it. I love following you on
Thank
Instagram and
you.
seeing what you do. You're welcome. No question about that. No question. I want to ask you this. You went to the university that Del Sagrado Corazon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I hope I said that right. But you went there. I want to know, was that your first choice to go there, or were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to that particular school?
No, I was actually in La Universidad de Puerto Rico de Rio Piedra, which is the biggest university in Puerto Rico. And I
Mm.
originally started there studying psychology. It
Mm.
was around pandemic, and I actually wanted to be an FBI agent. And
Wow.
I did an internship. I did two internships. Um, and I think I just had like a change that I wanted something more social. You know, I got out of my shell and I love meeting people and I love networking and I love being in an environment when you're surrounded with people and socializing and connecting. And it was pandemic and I was kind of like I wanted to change scenery. So, and the University of Puerto Rico was dealing with a lot of complications. So
Right.
I decided to enter and study communications, strategic communications, with a minor in public relations and a minor in journalism and a minor in sports media. And I thought that Sagrado would be the best option for me to study.
Girl, we in sync. I mean, you doing sports media for the media. I went to school for sports journalism. That's where I got my undergrad, and I just recently got my master's in professional writing. So, girl, we are in sync. I love that.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. I want to ask you this bonus question because you said that you kind of got into the media space because of your love for sports and your brother does water polo. Is there a particular sport that you really love, like that you like? I mean, I know baseball is kind of big out there, I would think, but is there like a sport that you love?
I mean, I love water polo because I've entered the community and I have a passion to helping it grow here in Puerto Rico. But
Mm-hmm.
I was raised watching basketball. My dad is a huge basketball fan, and that's what we usually watch at home.
Okay, shout out to your dad, because listen, I'm already rocking with him because basketball is my favorite sport as well. No question. I love covering that sport so much. I'm a Lakers fan, but I grew up in California, so I give that away, Southern California. Is there a particular team or player that you like?
I mean, here at home, we'll always be Chicago. So Chicago Bulls, no matter what.
Okay, I'm with you on that. My dad and my mom actually are from Chicago. My dad is from the South
Really?
Side. Yeah, they were born and raised. I was actually born in Chicago, but I was raised in California. My dad moved to
Okay.
the West Coast when I was very young. He was in the Navy, so I still have family out there. Have very close ties to that city of Chicago. Always go back there at least once or twice every single year. I'm definitely going to be going back there a little bit more this year because they have certain events. The WNBA, I'm not sure if you follow that, but the
Yeah.
All Star game is in Chicago this year. So
Yeah.
I will definitely be attending that. There's no question about that. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, a few more times. Okay, that's what's up. I love that. We off to a good start, girl. Let's keep this thing going. Um, I want to ask you some favorite questions, and you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we
Okay.
go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Favorite meal I like to cook? I love to cook salmon.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Now,
Yeah.
hold on. What we eating with the salmon? Are we just eating salmon? Are we eating some salmon and potatoes? We eating some salmon and asparagus?
I
What we
think
eating with it?
I think it depends on the mood. I make some great salmon tacos. And I'm
Oh my
not saying
God.
it because I cook them. I've
hmm
heard good feedback.
I got you. I got you. Well, I've never had a salmon taco before. I've had salmon, but I would love to try salmon tacos at some point.
They're
That's for sure.
amazing.
I'm a huge carnivore, so steak is definitely something that I'm really big on. Medium rare steak, that's probably my favorite, but I love tacos. Tacos my number one. You can win my heart. If you know how to make tacos, you can win my heart. That's for sure. No question. Okay, I'm with you on that. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Favorite concert? I think recently was Luis Miguel here in Puerto Rico.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Got you on that. I would say my favorite concert is The Weekend, but a
Really?
concert that really intrigued me that I didn't know much about until I went to was Bad Bunny. And anybody
Did
that
you
knows
like it?
Bad, I did. I liked it a lot. My friends dragged me to it because I had no idea who Bad Bunny was. And they was like, yeah, you should come to this Bad Bunny concert. We're going. It should be fun. They wanted to get me out the house. I was like, okay, cool. And I did not understand many of the lyrics, but it was a good vibe. It was a good vibe. And I was like, all right, I'm with it. Now he's about to do a Super Bowl. So that's even
He
more amazing.
is.
So no doubt. I love that. Okay. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Favorite place I've ever I really enjoyed going to Lake Guernsey in Germany.
Wow, now you got to tell me about that. Was that like a family trip, a school trip, girls trip?
It
What kind of trip
was.
was
My cousin was getting married because her husband is German, and she decided to do the
that?
wedding in Lake Guernsey, and it was absolutely beautiful and peaceful. I really
Mm.
enjoyed it, and they have such amazing traditions, and it was a great time.
Okay, I'm gonna have to call you up for some Rex because Germany is definitely on my bucket list of going to that country. I just got my passport last year for the first time, so I'm definitely going to have to call you and hook you up.
Congrats!
Thank
You have
you, I
many places
appreciate
to
that.
visit.
Yes, absolutely, and Germany's on the list now, thanks to you. So I love that. Okay, that's what's up. Well, I'm a huge sports person, so this is a two-part sports question. So, favorite sport you like to watch on TV, favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Um, well, if I would choose the same sport, it would be basketball, but I really do like watching water polo live. It's not the same as watching it in TV or watching
Yeah.
it on a reel or watching it on YouTube. Like seeing it in person is next level.
Absolutely. I agree. No question. I love me some water polo. Anything that you can play in the water, except like swimming, because I'm not the greatest swimmer in the world. But I know
Me
water
too.
polo. Yeah, I'm not the greatest, but if you put me in a shallow end to throw a ball, I can do that. I can do that all day long. So that's amazing. Okay, I love that. Final one, because like I told you, I'm very intrigued about coming down there to Puerto Rico, and I will make my way down there. But I need to know, what is your favorite restaurant to eat at? Because I'm a huge foodie.
Favorite restaurant to eat at? That's really hard because I have a lot of like good recommendations
Oh,
of
okay.
restaurants that I really enjoy.
Hmm.
I feel like for a good like Puerto Rican plate, La Casita Blanca is really good.
Okay.
Um, I really like La Quina. I really like Kumo is actually really good too. So I think it's really hard to decide. There's such great culinary experiences here.
Okay. Well, listen, if I'm in the city that you're in Puerto Rico, we definitely gonna have to go there. There's no question about that. We have to go to one of those three.
100%.
I would love that. There's no question about that. I don't even know what food they got, but with the way that you pronounce it, it sounds good. So it doesn't even matter. I'll just look at the menu, I'll pick something. Long as they got something good, it'll be good. So that's amazing. I'm a huge foodie. So Mexican, Puerto Rican, even Colombian food. I love just all international kind of foods. I really do love and enjoy. Only food that got to me was probably the Thailand type of food because I'm not a huge spicy kind of person. I do like
I
a
don't
little
think I've
hot
ever
sauce.
tried it. I do
Yeah,
like the hot sauce though.
I do like hot sauce. Hot sauce is good. But I don't know if you're used to the hot wing show. The hot wing show is like when they eat the hot wings and they keep going up on the
Oh,
sauces
they
on
keep
how
going.
hot.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I would pass out at 5. At 5, I'm gonna tap out. Like, yeah, no more hotness after that. Let's bring it back down a little bit. So that's what I would do for sure. I want to ask you about your day-to-day operations. Obviously, as a journalist, as I know, journalism is different every single day, every single game. Every single game I do is different. No two games are ever the same. No 2 days are ever the same. That's one of the biggest reasons why I do journalism is because I love the fact that you get to meet and see and talk to new people all the time and just do different things. You just never know what your day is going to consist of. Talk to me about your day-to-day operations of, being a social media manager. How many things do you normally post? How many accounts have you ran before? What's your hours of work like? Do you work long hours like journalists do at times? Like, talk to me about what your Monday through Friday, basically work week looks like.
Well, during the year, it kind of shifts. Like if we would be talking about right now, I handle about five accounts. Um, Obviously, not all of them are sports, So I would, and it kind of rotates. They all have different schedules. So I would like rotate some of them. I post on Tuesdays and some of them I post on Wednesdays. And it kind of just depends. I usually post about 3 to 4 times a week,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the account that I'm running. I would usually like to make content beforehand, and I kind of schedule my content, and I schedule, for example, on Instagram, I would schedule their feed and how it's going to look like and the captions. So when I'm on the go, so I can have more of a more flexible day, I can just post at the hour that it's supposed to be without kind
Mm-hmm.
of like stressing like, okay, now I have to post now and I have to make the content. So I really
Right.
do like to like have content a month before posting.
Mm.
Like right now, I already have the content that I'm gonna be posting on February.
Right. Right.
When it comes to sports here, I only manage water polo right now, and they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of seasonal right now. They're doing the pre-selection for the team of Puerto Rico soon, and they have, a La Liga Superior, which is like the big league here. It's during summer, so right now I'm not posting during for La Liga Superior, so we're kind of just, it's kind of slow right now. But if it would be during the summer, which is where it's most high season, I would be going to games weekly and posting on time. So since I manage a sport account here and a team, I have to post on time when it comes to the game. So I have to
Right.
be posting, um, I forgot how to say it in English. Wait.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm rocking with you.
Interviews. I need to post
There
the
you go.
interviews on time. It needs to be
Okay.
live. I need to post the scores on time and their halftime. So it kind of just, it's really rushed because it's literally like Monday through Sunday, I'll be posting almost every day.
I like that. And kind of this bonus question that comes up in my mind. Now, when you talk about posting, you're doing interviews and maybe photos for the game,
Yeah.
maybe a recap of what things that's going on. Basically, photos and videos is what you're doing on Instagram. But, for these other social media things that you're doing that's non-sports related, I would like to know, like, how many things or how many times do you normally post, say like a day? Is there like a certain quantity that you have to do? Like, say, do you need like 5 videos or 10 photos, or is there like a limit to what you have to do of a minimum each day?
I think it kind of depends on what my client wants as a target.
Okay.
I have some clients that tell me, like, okay, I want to reach a certain amount of followers, or, oh, I just
Right.
want my feed to look pretty, or I just want to post some educational. I have some clients that I only post when they have like events. So, for example, if they have an event coming up, I would
Hmm.
be posting about 2 times a day, and I would be hitting it hard on social media weekly, and it would be about a month before the actual event. So it would be posting hardcore for the actual event to happen, and then we kind of just slowed down the posting.
I got you. I like that. I do. I want to ask you about mental health and work-life balance. And the reason why I want to ask you about this is from a journalist perspective. I've seen many journalists step out of this industry because their mental health was affected, because of burnout, being overwhelmed. But I've also seen them leave because of work-life balance. Like work-life balance looks different to everybody, for sure,
Yeah.
no question. But journalism is every day. You get news, you get sports every single day. You miss a lot of events, you miss family time, you miss stuff like that because sometimes you have to travel. Sometimes I travel, I go different places. So, but I miss a lot of time with family and loved ones. And I'm a huge family guy, huge mama's boy, no question about that. But I want to ask you, um, being how you keep your mental health strong but also still have that work life balance. Because when you're balancing different clients and posting on social media, you got to stay on top of that social media stuff and be able
Yeah.
to get that stuff in to have it be relevant. But it also takes time away from, you spend it with loved ones and friends and stuff like that. And you also can kind of get burnt out because if you look at social media too much and too long, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you get tired of it. So how do you keep your mental health strong and still have that work life balance?
I actually really love talking about these type of stuff. I'm a very anxious person.
Okay.
And I get really overwhelmed easily and very like, I wouldn't say frustrated, but I guess I would get upset if I don't have my stuff in order.
Right.
I think I've managed, it's taken me a really long time to kind of have my day to day without getting anxious or stressed or, having kind of like, a breakdown.
Right.
I kind of hack the code for me. So I love making a routine. I'm a very
Hmm.
routine girly. And
Mm.
I have to prioritize doing stuff for myself as well. Like, for example, I love going to Pilates. So I would take my time and I would go weekly to Pilates. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go Monday and then I'm going to go Thursday. And I just kind of put myself first in certain occasions so I can mentally prepare myself to, help other people and be there for other people and be there for the team that I'm managing, for example. So I think it's just
Right.
kind of prioritizing both at the same time, but don't forget that your body needs rest and your mind needs rest, and Instagram can get so overwhelming.
Right.
um Sometimes I'm just like, okay, I need a break. So I usually, before going to sleep, I read. So I will turn off my phone and I would read for like an hour and a half or so, and I think that just kind of keeps me sane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I love that, Gianella. I really do. I really love that answer. Because listen, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you at
Thank
all.
you.
I think your friends and family feel the same way about you. Um, but it's a question worth asking because with different roles and different jobs, people just deal with mental health and work-life balance differently. Which is a great segue to this next question because I want to know some advice. What is some advice you would give someone that wants to be a social media manager, whether it's for a firm or a company or maybe a sports team? You see a lot of people doing social media for sports teams or whatever. What kind of advice would you give someone that wants to do the same role that you want to do, that you're
Actually,
doing? I'm sorry.
I have somebody that asked me that question about
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago. Um, I think you have to be patient and you have to believe in yourself completely. And sometimes you're gonna have to do work for free. And I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but if
Hmm.
you want to build up your resume and you want to look yourself trustworthy, I did a whole year of doing work for free so I
Hmm.
can build up my resume.
Right.
So sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff and it gets really frustrating. You're going to be like, "Oh, like why am I doing this for free where I can get paid?" You need to build up your experience for you to offer your experience to clients. So I think it's just be patient and believe in yourself and put yourself out there, because I know some people will be like, "No, but like, I started my Instagram, my social media with my own Instagram." And I've had people be like, "Oh, like you post so much," or, "Oh, why are you always posting?" Because that's what I do and that's what I
Right.
enjoy doing. And if I'm
Right.
gonna put myself and if I put myself out there, I can be more open and more helpful to my clients. So you can't just, be scared of posting yourself or making an account. I have friends that be like, "Oh, I want to make a foodie account, but I'm just so scared of what people would think." Who cares?
Right.
Let people do whatever they want to do. And if that's what it takes for you to reach your goal, like I think it's more important for you to reach your goal than you thinking what the other person is thinking about you. So I think that's the main idea. Just believe in yourself and be patient, and sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff for you to get to the good part.
That is a really, really good answer, Gianella. It really is. And I really do appreciate you advocating that. I really do. I try to tell my students, especially the high school ones, because I do from K to 12 for substituting. But my high school students that ask me about journalism, I try to tell them the same thing. You may have to do some things that you don't want to do. Nobody likes working for free. No one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, to be able to get the experience that you need, sometimes you may have to do that. Sometimes you may have to ask to be a shadow somebody of the job that you want. I
Yeah.
always say networking is so essential, especially in the journalism space, because sometimes it's just not about what you do or what you have done. It's also about who you know, because they'll be able to help you in a way that you might not be able to help yourself because there's
Yeah.
connections, there's networking. Tell me how essential it is to be able to network for you as a social media manager, being able to build your clientele because maybe there's clients that you have, and maybe that those clients might know someone or recommend you to somebody. Tell me how important and essential that is at the role of a social media manager.
It is so important, especially here in Puerto Rico. We're such a small island. You
Hmm.
really need to put yourself out there. You need to be like, don't be afraid to ask that question, send that email. write that DM, make
Mhm.
that call, because you don't know if you make that client, you don't know who his friends are. You don't know who he's working with. Maybe that people can make you more, can give you more clients. You always got to keep in touch and reach out and kind of not be shy about it. Because the worst thing that could happen is, for them to like close the door on you and be like, no, I'm not interested. Well, another person will be. So,
Very true. Very true. I love that. I do. Since managing those clients, this is kind of a bonus question I had. It just came up in my mind. Since managing those clients, what has been the most fun as far as event or thing that you have done for them that you can kind of speak to or speak about?
well, I really love when summer starts. The big league of water polo, La Liga Superior de Water Polo, here in Puerto Rico starts, and
Hmm.
games are amazing. They have post game activities. They have drafting night, which is great, and I get to
Wow.
interview the people from the team that I'm working with, which is Gigantes de Carolina, and it's so rewarding to like meet people and socialize and kind of get to know them a little better outside of the water. I think that's kind of my favorite part, and that's kind of my favorite season of like the whole year for the past 2 years. I really do look forward for summer.
No, I do too. That's amazing to hear that. So I'm intrigued. Tell me, what is a typical water polo game like in Puerto Rico? Like, is it quarters? Is it halves? Do they play to a point total? Like, what is a typical game? Because I've only seen it in an Olympic sense, right? When they show it on the Olympics on TV, but I haven't had the chance to see it up close and personal. That gotta be so dope to be able to do that. But tell me what a typical game is out there.
Well, it's 4 quarters. It's less than 10 minutes. There are 7 players in the water, including el portero. I don't know how to say that in
Is it the
English.
goalie? The goalie you
The
talking about?
goalie, the
Okay.
goalie.
Okay.
There is a halftime.
Hmm.
The halftime is about 15 minutes. It's a relatively it's not that long of a game. It goes by pretty quickly. There's
Wow.
not
Okay.
a limit of points that they can make.
Hmm.
But if they do get to a tie at the end of the game keeps playing until they break
Mm.
that tie.
Okay.
So that's usually how it goes. It's really small here, and obviously there's not a lot of for you to play water polo professionally, you have to have an Olympic pool that has some certain measures, and you can, put la cancha. You can put I don't know how to say that in English. You
Mm.
can kind of set everything up accordingly to the rules that they have. So it's
Okay.
very small. Not a lot of people go, but we're trying to get more people to go. And it was actually really booming. Water polo was really booming here on the 90s. And then it kind of just went down in mid 2000s. And now we're trying to get it back up. So we're in
Mm.
the process of doing that. I think we're going to we're heading off on the right foot. So
Well, you definitely got me intrigued. I'm definitely going to have to pull up to Puerto Rico in the summertime to watch this and see this for sure. I mean, obviously, who doesn't want to ever not go to Puerto Rico? I mean, it's a beautiful place, but at the same time, to see water polo, I think that would be amazing. To be able to see it up close and personal, see how people interact with the game, because like you said, it's not something that's really like booming out there, but at the same time, people really love to come and support the local community. So why not? So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued, and I definitely think I would have to make a tour stop out there to Puerto Rico in the summertime. Now, does it go all summer long, or does it start like in June and go till August, or June till September, or is it just part of the summer?
it really starts on like beginning of June,
Okay.
and then it finishes on September, no, on August.
Okay. Okay, so summertime. That's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
with that. I'm
Yeah.
with that. All right. That's what's up. I'll keep that in mind. Now, we've reached the portion of my podcast, and now we're going to play my interactive game, which is called This or That. So it's a game I
Okay.
like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. And it is
I'm
very
ready.
simple. It's very simple, Gianella. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So I'm going to ask
Okay.
you again. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you rather sit down and eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
I haven't tried like neither, but
Oh,
I would pick Texas Roadhouse.
okay.
By what I've looked, there is a Texas Roadhouse here in Puerto Rico. They opened it like a few months ago, and it's been like it gets packed, like people making lines outside packed. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's good. It's
guessing it's
good.
really good. I haven't had
Oh
the
yeah.
opportunity to go to.
Okay, we gotta change that because I'm trying to tell you. First of all, it's not even about the food. When they bring over those cinnamon buns, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You eat so many of those, you like, damn, I'm full. I don't even know if I can get to the appetizer or the entree. Like the cinnamon buns is on point at Texas Roadhouse. So you'll love it. You really would. Do you eat chicken wings?
Yes,
Okay, so out of these two flavors, which one are you putting on the chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
barbecue. I'm a classic girl.
Okay, I like that. Now, do you like your wings wet or dry?
Let's in the middle.
Okay, okay, in the middle. I got you. So let me ask you this: since you like them both, which one is 51%? Which one is 49%?
I would say 49% wet and 51% dry.
I love it. Now, do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Okay, so you like the traditional wing that's dry, that's barbecue. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't mind it wet either because give me a wet wipe and I'll go to work. No question about it. I'm a person that I can do about 10 to 15 in a setting if I have fries. 15 is probably max that I'm pushing it with 15 with fries, but definitely 10. How many wings can you eat in a setting?
That's a good question. I haven't actually, I think 12.
Oh, okay. So you bet you pretty much want to battle against me. That's what you're saying. Okay.
I
Okay,
eat
I'm
a
with
lot.
that. I'm with that. I'm with it. I don't mind that at all. That brings a smile to my face. You're gonna make me blush. You know how hard it is under this pigmentation to blush? I love it. That's awesome. I love that though. Okay. These next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Drake.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I love me some Drake. I love me some Kendrick Lamar too. I do love me some Kendrick. But yes, I love Drake as well. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Beyonce or Rihanna?
Rihanna. She should make a concert. She hasn't
She
played
should.
live in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I wish Riri would come back and do something. I really would love that, no question. Um, all right, here we go. We're two for two because we're both in agreement there. This one we might be in a disagreement, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Which music concert would you rather go see, Romeo Santos or Ozuna?
I've actually seen both live, so I am gonna go with Osuna.
Wow, I really thought we was gonna disagree on that one, but we did not. We did not. Mind you, because every woman I've ever talked to about Romeo Santos loves them some Romeo Santos. Everybody. No question about it. Me, I didn't even know who Ozuna was, but when I heard a song called So So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard the remix to that, and I was like, I got to put this on the Pandora. I can't stop moving. Like that is a bop right there for sure. I love me some Ozuna. Here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Chris Brown or Usher?
That's a good question. I think Usher.
Okay, okay, all right. We are 4 for 4, girl. But that I'm gonna tell you, that was close for me. That was close. That's a
That
51.
was close.
That's a 51-49 for me because I love me some Breezy as far as his music goes. The person, not so much, but
No.
Breezy, absolutely. I love his music. Last one of the concerts. Let's see if we can make it 5 for 5. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Pitbull or would you rather go see Don Tolliver?
Don Tolliver.
Yep, we did not make it 5 for 5, but that's okay. That is all right. I love me some Don. Don, I do love you. You are great. But Mr. 305, I got to see Pitbull. I got to see Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. And I'm sure you love Pitbull too. That's for
Yeah,
sure. So yeah, that's what's up. I love that. You are very good. Let's switch back to sports. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
No. But I do enjoy it anyways.
Okay, you answered that with so much like when you said bowling, I'm like, oh damn, she can bowl. And then I asked the question, you was like, no. I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Well, then that means badminton just must not be your sport. I feel it. I totally feel it. What sport would you rather watch on TV? Baseball or Americano football?
Americana football, 100%.
Okay. Do you have a favorite team?
Not really, but I really do enjoy watching baseball live. I
Yeah.
I can't watch it on TV.
I feel it. I feel that. I love baseball live too. Didn't the World Baseball Classic come there? Like the World Baseball Classic come to Puerto Rico? Or do y'all get MLB games that come to Puerto Rico?
I'm That's actually a really good question. I haven't gone to that many baseball games here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they're coming there or they've already came, but I'll definitely have to kick you some 411 offline and see because I'm definitely gonna look it up because if they are coming there, I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to see this.
I'm gonna look it up too. So
No doubt, no doubt. I feel that. Okay. Do you like desserts?
yes.
Okay, I'm going to name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these categories that you would never eat again. So here we go. First category is cookies. The second category is candy. The third category is grouped together. So it's pies/cakes. The last category is ice cream. Which category are you getting rid of?
I am going to say candy.
I'm going to say you on point like a period. That's what I would say. I would definitely say that. I would definitely say that because we rocking right now. Now, I want to ask you, what is your favorite ice cream?
That's a really good question because I have so many flavors that I love, but I always usually go with cookies and cream.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Are you serious?
It's so good, yeah.
Wow. The only reason why I say that is because that is actually my favorite ice cream. It really is. No BS. My mom grew up, and this is how it became my favorite ice cream. Don't know how it became yours, but this is how it became mine. So my mom would used to buy the big tub of ice cream with the Neapolitan, with the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, all three flavors in one. And I told her, Ma, I only eat the vanilla. I don't really eat the chocolate or the strawberry like that. And I used to eat Oreos, and I would grab a bunch of Oreos, and I would crush the Oreos with the vanilla ice cream and like crush them in my bowl. And that's how I would eat cookies and cream. So instead of just buying that, she started buying me the the Breyers Oreo version of cookies and cream. That's how it became my favorite ice cream.
You were doing DIY cookies and cream.
I was. I was. As a young kid, I was. I was like, this is like so good. And it would be the double stuffed Oreos too. That's what made it even better. I was like, okay, this is great. I love it. But yes, I mean, he was cookies and cream person. Okay, so what is your second favorite? Because I know my second favorite. I want to see if your second favorite is my second favorite. What's your second?
I like hmm, I really like pistachio ice cream.
Okay, so my mother would definitely love you because she loves pistachio ice cream for sure. She loves the nuts and all that. She loves all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's yours. You can have it. And that's so you. You do that. I'm a chocolate chip cookie dough type of person. That's my second favorite for sure.
Okay.
For sure. All right, I'm with you on that. Now, what about potato chips? Do you like potato chips?
I love eating like one of my favorite snacks my whole life was eating something sweet and something salty. So I would always grab a bag of potato chips and then I would buy a sneaker bar and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of would just eat them both at the same time.
I kid you not. That is not weird at all because I used to do the same ish all the time. I used to buy a Hershey's cookies and cream bar. That's one of my favorites, Hershey's cookies and cream. But I also would buy, which is my favorite chip, I'm gonna give it away, Ruffles sour and cream cheddar. And people's like, "Oh my gosh, that is so different." But I don't give a damn. It's good. That's the main point. I really don't care. They're very different. You're correct, but they're still good. So I love
They're
that.
so good.
I'm going to name four brands of chips. Same
Okay.
format. You got to choose one of these brands to get rid of. So here we go. The first brand is going to be Pringles. The next brand is going to be Doritos. The next brand is going to be Lay's. The last brand is going to be Ruffles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Pringles.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Now, if we're walking into a store together and I say, Gianella, go to the chips aisle and buy your favorite chip, what chip are you buying?
The Cape Cod jalapeno chips. They are really good.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Everything that you have said up until this point has been on point. Everything that you have been, you're talented, obviously driven, passionate, beautiful, all the above. Then you go say Cape Cod, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, we didn't fell off the damn boat. We didn't just fell off the boat. Like, what is going on? Like, and people say, why you don't like Cape Cod chips? No, I do not like Cape Cod
What?
chips.
Why? They're so crispy.
Okay, do you really want to know why?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you, and I'll keep it short and brief. Went to a tavern one time, had a cheeseburger, thought I was going to get fries. They gave me some Cape Cod chips. The Cape Cod chips that they gave me was kettle. It was like kettle chips, Cape Cod kettle chips. And them chips were the nastiest damn chips I ever tasted in my life. And I was like, "Excuse me, can I have some French fries? Oh, we don't serve fries here." I'm like, "What restaurant doesn't serve fries with burgers? I don't even understand it. Like, give me tater tots. Give me something else other than this ish." You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Now, I would tell you this, GNL. That is not the worst chip ever made, though. Those are the third worst chips. Now, the jalapeno part is fine. That's fine. I don't mind the jalapeno part. It's the Cape Cod. The second worst chip is salt and vinegar.
I
Anybody
don't
on
like
the
them at
planet
all.
Anybody on the planet that likes salt and vinegar, God bless your heart. Those are the four words I would tell you. Because I got some other four-letter words I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you those. Okay? So I'm going to just say the four words I can't say. God bless your heart. Because they're terrible. They're absolutely awful. The second worst chip ever made. But the worst chip ever made is Funyuns. Whoever
Really?
in the blue hell made Funyuns needs to be slapped with the white side and the black side of my hand hard because they are
I
terrible.
act I actually like them.
Okay, so what we have proven here, Gianella, is that you are not perfect by any sense of the imagination. None of us is. We've also proven we certainly cannot have potato chips together. So we just going we certainly can't do that. But we just can't do it. That's okay. We'll stick to the wings. How about that? We'll stick to the wings.
Yeah.
Now, if you pull out some Cape Cod chips while eating wings, I'm walking out. That's just what it is. That's just what it
I'm gonna
is.
put them as a side.
Okay, well, yeah, you can leave them on the side. That's fine. That's fine. Oh my gosh, Cape Cod. You're not the only one though that's been on this platform that has said Cape Cod chips. For some reason, a plethora of people love Cape Cod chips.
They're so good.
Okay. All right. Maybe I had a bad batch. Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. But I digress. You did very well for this or that, though. Very decisive. I love that. Even on the bowling part, you had me fooled. I thought you was good. That's for sure. No question. No question. I love that. This next question though is called bucket list. And the
Okay.
reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to speak it into existence. I want you to give me your top four of clients that you would like to represent as a social media manager that you haven't represented yet. What would be some favorable clients? What would be some star clients? What would be some things that you would like to represent that you haven't yet? Give me four.
4. I would like to represent a basketball player from the NBA and a WNBA basketball player, and
Okay.
I would love to manage an NBA team,
Oh,
their account. Yeah. I think the fourth would be, that's a good question. I think maybe a baseball team or a soccer team.
I can certainly see you doing that. Would you? I definitely can see you managing, obviously, like a baseball, soccer, or basketball team. I think you would absolutely thrive because, like I said, if anybody follows your account, fashion, you definitely on point with that.
Thank you.
Picture wise, marketing wise, you on point with that. There's no question. Would you want to do like any like red carpet type of events? Like maybe walk the red carpet or maybe do something along the lines with the client like that.
I mean, I would love to
Okay.
if I would be giving the opportunity 100%.
100%. Okay. Okay. What if you were given an opportunity to be in front of the camera like this? Because listen, the camera loves you, but when you're social media marketing, you do a lot of things behind the scenes. You set up
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you don't get in front as much. Have you ever had dreams and wishes of being in front of the camera though?
Yes, I mean, I already do live interviews with water polo players that come to Puerto Rico to play
Yeah.
during the summer season. And so I really don't mind being in front of the camera. Obviously, behind the camera, I feel more comfortable.
Sure.
But if I would be giving the opportunity to be, live on TV reporting a game, that would be great. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's listen, I've been thinking about that the whole time as I've been talking to you. I'm like, man, listen, I know you do interviews, but I think you would be great as a sports reporter anyway. We would love for you to join the fraternity. Come on. We need more people. We need we need more
I mean,
people in this space.
hopefully soon,
Right?
hopefully.
Right? That'd be amazing. I think it would be. No doubt about it. We talked about advice you would give someone being a social media manager or stepping into a role that you're doing, but what is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
I think it's sort of kind of the same advice that I gave, but just be patient and be kind to yourself.
Hmm.
Sometimes one is really hard on yourself and you kind of can get stressed and be like, okay, like maybe I'm not really good at this. You need to be kind to yourself and believe in yourself. Because if not, you're not going to get anywhere. You can have a lot of number one fans, but you need to be your own biggest fan.
Sure, sure, and I love that. And the reason why I love that is because I'm also kind of similar in a sense of I wasn't really shy like growing up, but I how do I explain this? I wasn't really shy growing up, but at the same time, I'm also my you also have to be your most number one fan, but you're also your harshest critic too, sometimes I feel like.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm my harshest critic because I'm such a planner. Like obviously, as you know, I'm a planner and I'm a person that likes to like book things out like way in advance because
Yeah.
I'm a person that follows different sports and has different things going on with teaching, but also like to have a life too. I like music concerts and I like going to food festivals and I like doing different things, stuff like that. So I don't know about you, but I'm such a huge planner that I've like mapped out like all kinds of stuff for like the past like months. I don't know. Are you the same way? Are you like a planner like that like to map
Yes.
things out? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. That brings me like a sense of like relief and calmness, like getting to wake up and be like a sense of purpose as well. Like, oh man, this is on the agenda today. This is what I have to do because I've already mapped it out and planned it out. So you would say you're definitely the same way.
Yeah. I think I really do like when you told me for us to have
Conversation.
this conversation, and you wrote me in like weeks in advance. I was like, okay, okay, thank God, because now I can like plan my week and add
Hmm.
it to the week. So I really
Hmm.
do. I mean, I do it a month prior. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew when I wanted to reach out to you because I was intrigued. One, like I said, by your social media post. Two, by the fact you have media management. I wanted to also learn the role of a social media manager because many people might be intrigued for that. I've seen many people pick up social media, have that title with teams, as I've dealt with teams in a professional and a collegiate sense, but I don't know what all entails and goes into that role. Um, And that's also kind of like a bonus question that I have. Like, how many hours a day do you work at this particular role? Or does it differentiate each day? Like, what's the longest amount of time that you've worked in a day? What's the shortest amount of time you worked in a day? And what is your average?
I mean, I'm always on social media. If it's not on my account, it's on a client's.
Mhm.
I think the longest has been like literally all day from 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m., which is during the
Wow.
summer season of water polo. I'm
Wow.
literally all day posting and doing lives and making reels and creating content. And I think the shortest would be I would be like maybe like 2 to 4 hours.
Okay.
I
Okay.
would like post and then see how their engagement goes and kind of create more content for maybe the next day. So I think that's kind of my usual day to day, like 4 to 5 hours.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And like I said, there's people that's going to be intrigued about that particular position of a social media manager and what you do. How many clients do you think you can take on as far as wanting? Like, how many do you want? You talked about five that you have right now, but how many clients do you think you could take on before it be like, okay, whew, let me pump the brakes real quick?
I think like right now in this stage of my life, I would
Hmm.
say about eight. Eight, and they have to be like, different. They have to have different schedules. I can't have like an account that has like the same schedule as the other one. So it
For
would
sure.
obviously depend on what the client is wanting for their account.
Okay. I like that. I really do appreciate that. Well, listen, I want to do some rapid fire with you because I think this conversation has been really fun, but I think this is probably going to be the funnest. And the reason why I want to do rapid fire with you, as I do it with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Hard podcast, is that I'm going to ask you some questions. And the first thing that comes to your mind, so it's a little different from this or that, it's the first thing that comes to your mind. I want you to shout it out with glee. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles,
I like that. Good start, girl. Chicken or ribs?
ribs,
Juice or soda?
neither, but I'm gonna say juice.
Oh, okay. Are you a water person like myself?
Yeah.
Totally. I feel it. I feel it. Okay. Favorite color?
Pink.
Okay. Favorite Netflix TV series or television show on television right now?
Um, you got me there.
Mm. Is there what's coming to mind right now? What's the first show that you thought of?
I saw one recently on Netflix. I think it was His and Hers, the name.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I know about that. I know about that. Okay. Favorite sandwich?
Like a classic ham and Swiss cheese sandwich.
Mm. Okay. You did say you was classic, girl. I like that. I do. I like that. That's what's up. Favorite alcoholic drink?
A dirty martini, extra dirty with 3 olives.
How dirty you want it to be? You said extra dirty. Okay, I'm with
Like
that.
it needs to be like salad dressing.
Okay. Listen, I know what a martini is, and then you said 3 olives too. Ooh, you a bad, you know what? I like that. Okay, I'm a Hennessy person. I love Hennessy, so that's my drink. So I love that. Okay, if you had a choice to choose between three people, plus you, so a total of four. So, but three more people to choose to go on vacation with. Who would you choose and where would you go? Now, before you select these people, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
I would say me, my brother, my mom, and my dad.
I love it. Make it a family trip. Now, where would you go?
Yeah. I would go to Europe. I mean, I've gone to Europe with my mom and my dad, but I haven't gone with my brother. But my brother has gone with my mom and my dad, but we haven't done it, the four of us. So,
Okay. All right. All right. I like that. Definitely Europe. That sounds like a pretty fun trip. Now, if you were stranded on an island and you had a choice to listen to three artists or three songs on repeat and never get tired of them, who who would you choose? Would you choose the three artists or three songs, and who would they be?
I would say three artists, and I would
Hmm.
say Luis Miguel. I would
Hmm.
say Chris Young, and I would say Rauw Alejandro.
Okay. Okay. Now I knew two of them. But that last one sounded so good, but I do not know who that one is. You're gonna have to give me like a playlist of songs from him because I
I
have no
will.
idea. I have no idea who that one is. But I do know the other two. Luis Miguel and Chris Young, I do know. Okay, I'm with you on that. Favorite board game.
Scrabble.
You know, I'm a monster when I get that triple word score on you. I'm a monster when I get that. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm a pretty competitive person. What about yourself?
I'm I'm a dangerous player when it comes to Scrabble.
Oh, okay. All right now. We might have to find out one of these days now. Okay. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay. Favorite card game.
Favorite card game? Uno. I get really violent. I take it very seriously.
Yep. I can tell what type of player you are. You just type of player that when somebody call Uno, you hit them with that draw forward. I know exactly the kind of player you are. I understand. I get it. I get it. It does get violent when stuff like that happens, for sure. I feel you. I totally feel you on that. If you had a choice to choose an occupation outside of social media manager, outside of social media manager, in the media space, what occupation would you choose and why?
In the media space,
Hmm.
I think I would do marketing.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. What sport would you play in your mind that you would dominate in?
Well, I actually say this all the time and I joke about it with my friends, but if I was a good swimmer, I would
Hmm.
I would be an amazing water polo player.
I think
I
you would
think I
be.
have the drive and the attitude to do so.
Yeah, from where I'm thinking that you probably and you got some size to you too. I'm thinking like you about what 5'6", 5'7"?
I am 5'6".
Yeah, yeah. No, well, I've seen the photos. So just looking at the photos, I'm thinking that you're around that 5'6", 5'7" range. Because I mean, I'm not super tall. I'm about 6 feet, but I saw about 5'6", 5'7". I was like, yeah, you got some size to you. You will be a beast in water polo for sure, no question. Now let's ask the opposite of that. What sport would you play that you would absolutely suck in?
Probably baseball.
Hmm. Okay. Now I'm thinking, hand-eye coordination, water polo, you're throwing a ball into a net, you're catching the ball, hand-eye
Yes.
coordination with baseball, you're swinging a bat. Is the bat is that what?
The bat is
Oh,
the
okay.
problem and the
Okay.
running is the problem.
Okay, you definitely have to. Well, you definitely can't stare at the ball after you hit it. You
Yeah.
definitely will have to run after that for sure, no question. And it's very hard to run in water. So water polo would be a perfect sport for you for sure. Okay, I'm with you on that. I want to ask you these last two rapid fire questions, and that is, if you are cooking a meal, what is your favorite I would say meal to cook? Like I know I asked you, what do you like to cook? I know I asked you your favorite, but I'm meaning like, what is your favorite like meal as far as like making a meal for like friends or family, or what meal you're bringing to like a friendsgiving or something like that?
A meal that I would bring to a Friendsgiving, it would probably be a lasagna.
Oh, hold on, is that lasagna in English?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I like that. Now, hold on, I gotta ask you, is your lasagna meaty?
yes.
Okay. Well, girl, you got me. You sold me. I'm with you on that. I gotta ask that because some people don't like meaty lasagnas, which is fine. That's totally fine. But I'm a huge. I told you I'm a carnivore, so I definitely like meat for sure. Okay, I'm with you on that. Last one of this one. If you had a choice, if they came up to you and said, "Hey, you're doing a great job being a social media manager, but we want you to change your genre from sports." Out of these three genres, which one would you social media manage for? Would you go news? Would you go entertainment? Or would you go travel? Which one?
Enter Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. I like that. And I really think that this has been a really dope conversation of just learning about your why of being a social media manager, things that you do, the timing that you have to post, talking about water polo in the summertime, um, being inspired by your little brother as well, wanting to get into sports, going to multiple universities, but doing your thing, knowing that psychology was just not for you and you wanted to switch up to communication, which is
Yeah,
amazing. I love all that. I really do. And just really learning about you. Obviously, I am a new fan of yours and I'm going to continue to support you on social media and things that you're doing. I definitely want to do that. And I want to say thank you again for allocating your time to me to be on my platform. My final question to you is that is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
I think I've said everything. I just for anybody that's seeing this, just believe in yourself and don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
Really, really great advice, guys, from a really, really terrific person. So please don't hesitate to reach out to Gianella as well. And please go support her in her future endeavors and what she's doing. Again, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. And you and I will most certainly stay in touch.
100%.
Absolutely.